Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm having shitty fucking internet problems. Let me change that real quick. Trying to sign in to my other account. So just hang tight, everybody. If you're in the chat, say hello. I don't have any sound on, so I can't even monitor yet. But obviously, I've got some internet issues today. Okay, can I just get on the StreamYard, please? StreamYard, please. Would they just make an app, please? So it'd make it all much easier. All right, so I'm gonna mute myself here. I think I got in. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I think it should be working. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. What a day, what a day. So I actually have to plug this phone in or else we're gonna have problems. So that's also fun. Give me 1 second. Um, what I think I'm gonna do here, because I really wanted to show you guys something. So I'm gonna turn on my camera. Now it's not the best view. I warn you guys, okay? I warn you. It's not the best view. I mean, it is a tired mom view. Here it comes. How about now? Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Jesus fucking Christ. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat. Going to try to monitor it on YouTube in a second. I don't think I can, for some reason, come on here with this stream on my phone. It's being rude. So let's try this again. There's not more than one open. I'm going to mute. All right. Can you hear me? This is a nightmare. If I'm echoing, I apologize. Let's figure this one out real fucking fast. All right. All I can do is hope. So everything is deleted on this end. Hopefully you guys can turned off volume wise. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I wanted to come on and smoke with you guys. I have a new strand to show you guys. So let me try to do that too. I'm going to attempt this. We're going to turn off the microphone on the phone and go from the computer. I'm going to pull a bag open and show you some of the stuff that I just bought. All right. All right. What about that? Does that work? I'm worried it's echoing. I really am. I need my earphones. Hold on, guys. What a moment. Okay. Well, you can hear me. I hear that. All right. So let me turn on this. How do we do that? All right. Hello. Too many things. So today I just bought, because I've used this before, way back in the past. I have very dark roots. I feel like it's echoing. I don't know. We're going to get off of this one and just say, fuck it, because it's not working. Hopefully you can hear me here. So I have that one particular dye that I have used in the past that somehow seems to be able to pull the pigment out of my hair the most, but I have a lot of gray on the top. So I was only going to do like a little skunk blonde here, but I think I'm going to do the whole head. We might leave the ends a little dark. Like underneath, I might leave it dark, but the rest of the over, basically, this is how much hair I'm going to do. Like all of this blonde on top and then dark underneath. And then what I've used for years, which has helped my hair grow, because if you guys follow my feed, you know that you know what I can do? It won't let me probably. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it, because if I open up YouTube, it's gonna echo. So we're not doing that. I just hoping for the best. Hoping's not working too great today, but we'll find out. It looks like this is public too, so that's all that matters. Okay, so the other big thing that I like to use, it's Jamaican black castor oil, shea butter, and peppermint. And apple cider vinegar is the other major ingredient. And I will say that this stuff works in comparison to a lot of things you can buy from like Sally's or online. It will prevent split ends. It will help moisture if you have frizzy curly hair like I do. It will tame the bitch down. I have nothing in my hair right now. I would love to put some on, but I want to smoke with you guys. So I'm going to turn my camera off real quick. I'm going to roll up something. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Okay, so just went and picked up more smoke. Why did we pick up more smoke? Because I had 4 indicas and I needed some sativas. What are sativas? They're more uppity. It's less tiring. Because if you guys have noticed, I've had smoke for what, 8 days now? Almost a whole week. And I haven't went live much, have I? I've been distracted with other shit. Hi! Can you hear me okay? Can you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Let me know. Am I sign languaging at this point? I have no clue if it's working. We're just hoping. Straight hoping. Is it working? Can you hear me now? You can hear. Thank God. Thank you. You're awesome. So, welcome, Brennan. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what I bought. You can't see up close because this is absolutely the oldest school of technology. Because I am not rich. I'm not a rich bitch, and I'm okay with that. But I might have 5 megapixels on this camera. When the others, I will show you guys up close. So what did I get? I got shake. A lot of shake. So really, unless you like seeing ground up marijuana, which cannabis, I'm going to show you pictures, but some of them even have hairs and whatnot. But this, we've got some strands to talk about. I'm not going to bring up all the info. It'll be another day. I'm just giving you guys a rundown. Like I said, every time I pick up now, this is kind of the thing. I'll take it out the bag with you. I didn't even tell you how much I spent. I'm sorry. Let's do this. All right. So I got 4 different strands. Is that right? Yes. Some very good ones, by the way. Sorry. Hairs up in the face. We got Gorilla Glue number 4. What is Gorilla Glue? What's Gorilla Glue? Number 4, it means it's a different type of strand, different genetic from the original Gorilla Glue. So it's just a different one. We'll have to look up the genetics another time. Okay. Frankenberry. And that was $3. Let me see, which one was it? Hold on. Let me give you $3 eighths. $3. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. I'm going to give you guys a close-up. Thank you, Parachute, Colorado, for cheap-ass prices. So, I smashed my finger like 2 months ago. That's what the black dot is. Sorry. Never has healed. I'll just have a heart there forever. So we've got $3. That's not straight. That's straight. Okay. Frankenberry for $5. And that's an eighth. And so that was a little less. That's why it was 2.18 grams. And the Sex Grenade, that's also a fun name. That was this big pack here. Now, when I mean it's packed to the top, it's packed to the top. Packed to the top. It smells so like a sweet tart. Straight, very limonene, which is excellent for pain. I'm probably going to smoke that one. It's pretty fabulous. And then we've got, so the Gorilla Glue, let me describe the flavor. The terpene smell. Now, this is a hybrid, which means a little bit of a balance of each. Now, I don't have the whole full makeup of how much percentage it is here, but we have a THC of 19%. And this one over here is 25%. So, but don't let that scare you guys when you're trying strands. Okay, sweet like orange soda. That's what this Gorilla Glue smells like. Like a really cheap, what is it? A grape Sam Club 50-cent orange soda. That's what it smells like. Okay. Not a Flintstone vitamin orange. I'm talking about soda. Okay. Purple grape. Oh, what is this one? Oh, okay. This is like straight roses meet marigold. So very floral. This is Frankenberry. That would make sense. It's got that floral aroma. Frankincense is what they're trying to go for, that Frankenberry. Sativa at 26.2%. Oh, it's almost carcass. It's like it's floral to the point it's very plant matter smell. Not grassy. No, no, no. Like roses, like teacup roses. Very sweet. We will look into the genetics later for that. Yes, I see you. I see you. I'm just slow to get to your comments. I see you. Can you see me? My stuff is working today. Yes, well, I'm about to get awake. I almost got a Red Bull today. Let me just talk about something. Hold on. What is this one? Whew. I don't know if I like this one as much. This is Tropical Diesel. It's got the diesel is why I don't like it as much, probably, because it's that chemical smell. I'm just not a fan of formaldehyde or things like that smelling. I mean, that's what I feel like diesel smells like. Yeah. Whew. It's stanky. Okay, so this one, most likely I won't smoke as much because it's very nauseating, the smell. So, but it's a diesel, so I know it will wake me up. It's kind of like green crack, or some people get affected with Blue Dream. I don't. I've said it a million times. Blue Dream does not wake me up. I get tired with Blue Dream. Sorry, I kicked you. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my camera real quick. I'm going to roll something up, and then I'm going to turn my other camera. Is that going to be better? I don't know. Maybe I will hang out here. Can you hear me okay? That's the question. Or is my fan to my computer so goddamn loud you hear a buzz? Because if that's the situation, we're going to cut off of here and I'll go to my phone. It's shanky. Stanky. Yeah, it was a little stanky. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my camera. Let me know. And we'll come back with the smoke. So you got to do that. You can still hear me, though. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to roll up some of this Sex Grenade. Sounds like we need it. I need a little Sex Grenade in my life. There we go. So how's everybody doing? You can't hear the background. That's good, because we also have like a windstorm, and I wanted to plug the computer in so it didn't lose internet. We're working off the ether cord. It's straight 1990s in here. Okay. So let me roll this up. Just give me 1 second, guys. And I had to delete that other video, which it was like classically hysterical. I saw a little of it. I just think out loud way too much, people. It's okay. I accept it. You probably should too. But yeah, I don't know. Brennan can know. I woke up this morning like, we're not doing this brunette thing anymore. It's not working for me. I mean, the red has already went away. So part of the reason I want to bleach it again is to put my red back in and all my fun little colors. I have this coat. I need to go grab it and show you guys. It's so freaking great. Hold on. I got you could call it a pimp coat, or you could call it like a Fight Club coat, because that's what I call it. It's Fight Club completely. So let me grab it. It's just perfect to do this little token talk moment. Holy shit. So, okay, now, just understand, people, it's not the texture I want yet. I have to fuck with the texture because I really want to make a Fight Club, but let's do the damn thing here. Get my lighter. Oh, let's fix my hair. I can't wait to show you guys this. Oh, if you don't get my humor, you're in the wrong place, bitches. Here we go. Now, do you see this? This was like freaking $4. It is pink. It's a dusty pink. And I want to get it completely like shaggied, you know? So I got to wash it and then hang it up so it gets all fluffy. And I want to do some Fight Club silliness with this shit. Because it's just too great. It's just too great. And then, you know, maybe we'll, what's her name? What's the Fight Club chick? What's that chick who's a brunette? I have a wig. Don't worry. I could totally play that. But what's her name? The one who smokes a lot? I got to play it up, man. I know she has one of those where she's just like this and she's smoking. You know, we're going to have to do it. TikTok, here we come with the sounds. Okay, now I'm really, really hot. I have to take it off now. What do you think? What do you think, Brennan? Isn't that like the pimpest of the pimps? It's pretty great. I love it. When I saw it, I was like, you don't need it, but you're buying it. Aww. Thank you so much, Brennan. Yes, it has been a weird-ass day, and absolute positivity up in this hood. All right, so I'm sitting down. Let me fix myself a second. I'll come back on camera. I'm so fuzzy-wuzzy, I swear. We need our coffee, though. Hold on. We're coming back. We're coming back. Isn't it great? I'm telling you. It's just... So, I fixed my background. It looks good enough, at least for me, to like do lives. I still need to paint this a little and put a sealant on it. I haven't finished the tree. Wait, the tree over there. But it will get done. I have some gold leafing I need to add to it and then put a final glaze, which is kind of insane. I already put the lights on, but I have it all planned. I wanted to put the lights on so that where I know it will reflect better when I actually dust all the stuff on. And everything I'm going to put on it now forward isn't toxic, but yeah, I did everything outside as long as I could. Yes! I love her. What was her name? Fight Club. I'm looking this shit up. I love her. Thelma? No, that's not her name. Hold on. You gotta know. I even think you have some vibes of that. Fight Club. What was her name? No character. Marla Singer. But what did she play? What did she play? Was that her name on there? I don't know if that was her name. No, I guess it was her name. Yes, Fairy Marla. I've been told I got a lot of Marla vibes. It's okay. I do curse as much as her, but I'm not as angry as her. Put it like that, okay? If my hair is short and black, yes, I look exactly probably like her. Yes, you are a Marla completely, though. I'll say that. Not mean. I don't mean it like that, but like, bitch, try me. So, yes. Well, do I like this strand? Yes, I love it. So bomb. Wasn't she a punk rock singer? I think she was. I'm pretty sure she was. You need to look up Brennan and anybody else listening, and I'm going to tag her in this video because I love the fuck out of her. I haven't watched her in a while, but she's great. The Leo's Universe. Now, Leo's Universe, I'm actually bring her page up. She does like insanely interesting things because she's got Marla vibes too. And she's into punk rock and heavy metal and all those things that you were mentioning that you dug. And I know a lot of people on my, hold on, we'll do this the right way. I haven't been on here in a while. So we go to present and then, right. I'm like, really, I have no hand. You notice that? All right. I think it's the Leo's Universe, but it might be Leo's Universe. She does true crime stuff or like Hollywood. Oh, there it is. Leo's Universe. She's awesome. I've talked to her on the phone several times. I dig the fuck out of her. I haven't talked to her in like a year though. But I've been seeing her channels popping off, people. So go subscribe to her if you're not already, because I will tell you her commentary about, and I'll say it like that, her damn commentary about the Lori Vallow case like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. What a blessing to have her input. She was right about a lot of stuff. So I guess she's covering the Delphi murders right now. And I know she covers a lot of Hollywood's pedo problems, let's put it like that. So I really respect the shit out of her. If you guys are interested in really good, interesting commentary from channels that aren't about the money. I'll say that. They aren't about the money. So, no, I found her. We both, yes, I agree. My lighting's so bad on here. I'm getting all self-conscious with my face. With the face. Hold on, let me get that coffee in and I'll turn the camera back on. It is my face. All right. So, yeah. And you won't see me in turtlenecks most of the time. I usually feel like I'm suffocating. But today I was like, it's effing cold. It is time. So, yeah, I'm probably going to, like I said, dye my hair, keep a tiny bit of the root, but do like 75% of it all blonde. And then we'll start adding color in slowly like I always do. I haven't done a full blonde bleach, a whole wash, if you will, in probably 3 years. So it's time. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. I have a lot of expressions. Let me tell you something. When I am reviewing some of my images, when I have to like make, I'm always like, God, there's so many funny faces I make. It's just, I have expressive eyes. And I'm Italian, so I talk with my hands. But yeah. I mean, I used to sit here and do bong hits. That's what I used to do on lives. And man, there were so many possibilities as screenshots. Never have I ever dealt with that drama. Thank God. But yes, maybe we'll like learn together and I can roll joints because that's something I suck at and we need to practice together. Oh, you're behind. I'm sorry. 2 minutes. It's possible that my internet's being a jerk. It's just possible. So, do you guys think that I should add colorful, wait, right over here, right there. Should I add colorful lights? Or, because I already have it, should I add lights behind it, right? Behind me on the ground, sort of Hollywood movie theater strip. So it uplights. What you think? I want some votes. Votes in the chat. That piece is going to be the blondest blonde. It needs to just be. I will love my hair once it's done. Even if it's blotchy, I will embrace it. Yes, I already have all the other. I actually had bleach, but I'm in a lazy mood. I want it done quick. But then we'll work with the messes. But yeah. Uplight, okay. Now the wall's black, so that means the purple, the blue, and the green are going to look a little bit muted. But the yellows, the orange, the white. I was initially going to make a cover for this thing. Can you guys see the ceiling? I was going to make a cover for this thing, and then when I did it, I used house paint to make the cover so that it would diffuse the light and bring it somewhere else. It looks so bad. And then I put the cover on it and I was like black over here. I was like, okay, nope. So that's the thing. I'm thinking if there's dimension with the lights, it might be better, but like you guys can't see. I just need to put a ring light. Put a ring light on it. But yeah, it'll get there. I have waited to finish this conversion. Obviously, you guys can tell it used to be a closet. I didn't use it that way. I bought my house a couple years ago and I've been converting things slowly. So initially I had my bed here and then a piece of furniture I made upcycled the end to work as a footboard. It's gorgeous. Like I love it, but it is massive. And then someone gave me a 55-inch TV and I was like, literally don't know why I got it. I'll be honest, because it's radiation. I could feel the wave of the 55-inch coming at me, and I'm like, where's the cancer going to show up? It's not cool. It's not fucking cool. So I moved it far away. I took over the space, whole closet now for just content purposes, but earthy fire. Oh, I'm feeling freaking water up in this bitch. Water up in this bitch. Yes. Anyway, look, I look pink now. What's up with that? All right. I swear I'm not pink. Just my lips. So, let's fix the direction of the mess. Because now it just looks like a hot mess over here. But yeah, I'm planning, obviously, the tree is going to become a staple part of being able to slide little products into the back, throw a little hashtag up in there if I want, like this. Like, let me show you. Let me show you. Let's just do the damn thing. Does it work there, or we should go in the middle, huh? Oh, I like the hashtag. Maybe there. Could it work? I don't know. It's a little crooked. It'll do. When I want to say hashtag, it's like that. No, this 100%. Now, I was having body pain. I'll say it knocked the fuck out of my anxiety. There you go, people. There's a sativa for you. Get you going. Plus, I don't know if you understand the scientific aspect of THC and caffeine work really, really, really well together to deliver. So if you're using sativa, which it's already an upper, and then you use another stimulant that's an upper, really does help. So at least for me, when I use, I'll say it like this. It is like a catch-22 when I'm smoking an indica and drinking on coffee. It is a catch-22. I'm like mentally fucking done, physically can move, So yeah, I'll say, let's look up the genetics for that real quick. For the sex grenade. Hold on. I don't even know what I'm about to see when it comes to Google. Well, at least the strand popped up fast. This is an Apple computer. Well, look at that, Shiznick. Let me show you, friends. Hold on. Share screen. I like what I'm seeing here. It says one of the best, most popular sativa dominant strands and sex grenade. The strand has a unique flavor profile. Most agree to taste lemony. While it can leave you feeling super relaxed at first, the relaxation shifts to plenty of energy after the cannabis sits with you for a while. Let's see what it looks like from here. You didn't ask me if I'm 21. That's interesting. Hold on a second now. For sex and arousal, wrong link. Okay, so this must be, ooh, some from nerds. All right, let me look. Why didn't it just give me, all right, we're gonna go. Genetics. Oh my God, is it really nerds? I've grown nerds. Oh, I loved, man. I need to bring you guys to my history of all that shit. My nerds plant was the best bud I've ever grown. I think about it constantly. Is an indica sativa variety. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. Cultivated indoors where plants were needing a flowering time of 68 days. Outdoors in the greenhouse. Now, let me just say this. Hold on, let me stop sharing that a second. When I grew nerds, it was 7 feet tall. The space that I grew it in was 5 feet by 5 feet, which meant I bent it down flat to the ground and it grew on its side. The whole thing meshed with 3 other genetics, literally weaved its way in a circle, and it became this like little cove. It's interesting. And Cookies was really close to it, and I feel like they got a lot of the resin similarity of flavor. So I won't blame Cookies for giving Nerds the flavor, but Nerds was so big versus Cookies was like 2 feet by 3 feet. It wasn't that large. It was a little bonsai. It looked straight up like a gardenia bush, the way that it puffed out in a circle. But the Nerds and my sweet tooth plant, the sweet tooth was like 10 feet tall in a circle with it. That thing, I had so much of it, I was giving it away. Like, please get it out my house. I don't want to smoke it anymore. The sweet tooth, that is. But yeah, but the nerds, hold on one second. Can dispensary shops or shops legally change their name for product? Okay, so it's not. It's not on the responsibility of the store. It's on the responsibility of the grower. And most of these growers that work for the store are only working for the store. So it's out of then integrity for the genetics that you're buying. Like in no way does somebody, if they have a allergic reaction, like I said, like if you had told me 10 years ago, let's put it, no, that wouldn't work. If you had told me before I had ever had a reaction to White Widow that there was strands that you could have a reaction to, I wouldn't believe you. But until you do, it is kind of the responsibility of those shops, which I'll say in California, you're going to find people who lie about genetics. 100%. Why would I say that? Because it's really quite literally similar to the other states that do the same kind of product what's the right word? Outsourcing. Okay. So Oregon's one of those states where if you just get your license, you can sell to a dispensary. Um, Washington, it's ran very tightly. And I don't believe you can just go in the door and be like, here's my license I can sell, and here's all my product in my suitcase. Take it. But in California, it is that way. There aren't an oversight like Colorado where they know everything from seed to sale versus other states. So I can't say everything I know about like every single state. I do know Oklahoma is one of those states that is medicinal based and that they always were focused on knowing seed to sale too, but not everybody follows those standards. We as Coloradians, as growers and people who buy, medically and recreationally, it's also our due diligence to freaking do reviews out here. So if you're in California, if you're in New Mexico, if you're freaking in Arizona, today I have some badass news. Let me grab my phone. Today we got the election results back for Arkansas, and Arkansas said no on legalization. I mean, it doesn't matter that you have to see this picture, but I just want to show it so I can confirm my source. And it's just a terrible situation. So here you go. I'm sure you can see that. So High Times released it on Instagram. Why is it so fucking blurry? That's fucked up, man. Okay. Anyway, you can see the little handle up here. Go to High Times on Instagram. I will be reposting this and adding their links to it so people can go check it out. But it upsets me because Arkansas was one of the first Gulf states that did offer medicinal use. That's just fucked up because now we're going backwards. Now, as far as I know, history-wise, most states besides California itself were one of those states that was like, no, medicinal, medicinal, medicinal. They didn't want to go legal until the law was perfectly perfect. So is that the reason? I have to look into why that happened. And that is going to make politics or politics. That's going to make Louisiana go, I'd like that money. So watch, guys, watch. They will be legal. Texas, you're next. I promise you're next. At least for for medicinal use. Recreational will be in Louisiana because they can't fight it. The cops don't want to fight it. I have spoken to so many different police officers and sheriffs in different areas all over southern and northern Louisiana, and I can say for a fact they don't have the energy, the time, the funds, and they'd really like to see it be an alternative to the opioid problem that's there and the other things that are a problem that are there, alcoholism and everything else. So with that being said, it is a little disheartening because Arkansas, unless you got a real clear fact, what are you doing, citizens? Because they're limited on what you can purchase and how you can get your card. And it's very similar, I would say, not as harsh as Utah, but very similar to the laws. So I will be making a little note for myself and probably doing a side-by-side on what states are following each other's policies similar, because that's what we're seeing. It's unfortunate. And even Florida, they're doing the same thing that Louisiana is trying to enforce, is a no-grow policy for medicinal patients. That's the one thing that California always did right, and that Colorado really does have a smart agenda with. So even our trade policy, if you're an adult, you can trade your flower. Like I said, I had that overgrow of sweet tooth, and it was like, it's not going to hurt anybody, and I can't go to jail for giving this away. The only thing I used to say to my people who I'd give my flower away is, if you found a seed, it's not yours. Bring it back. Because it's my genetics. Like, it's my harvest. It was amongst 4 different strands, and none of them hermied out. So I think out of my entire grow in an outdoor environment, I literally got like 3 seeds off of my cookies, and I have tried to replant them and they haven't. They dud it. So, if you're not getting a large surplus of seeds, then it's not considered a blah, 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 hermaphrodite. But if you do, then it's considered a hermy. And that's also where you get a hybrid. So that plant had more seeds than the typical yield of flower, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to, like, technically the best temperature to grow indoors in Colorado for moisture and heat and all that other fun stuff is absolutely between November and the very latest, the end of January, because you can get it into soil and have a plant already established from a tent version, your mother plant itself, either clone off of that thing and keep it going in a 24 cycle, or then just bring all your little different genetics you plan to be growing outdoors at that point between, I'd say, depending on because like right now we've gotten a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. It wasn't good. Believe me, the nerds, I'm so sad about the nerds. I think I got 2 out the whole thing, which is just that those seeds happen to be at the bottom. They were not white seeds, which white seeds usually mean males. Um, it's kind of interesting. I think I've gotten more seeds from growing in an indoor situation because there's more stressors. The consistency of your light source from outdoor growing is just, it's mostly ideal. But then again, like I said, I'm not one of those people who even gets upset about a hermit plant, because for real, my town, the people that grow around here that I know, I'm the person they bring their mail plant. Look at that. I got an Amber Alert. Okay, hold on. 11-month-old Riot Gardner, last seen in Denver around 11:20, believed to be in a war. Anward? That's not right. Well, this is the person's name. Anward Rhodes in a gray Audi. A4, Colorado plate, ALWH70. I'm always going to do that if it happens on a live. But yeah. Woo! So, like I was saying, it's interesting. Every state's different, and then your growing ability really affects how, like, you can test the genetics that work for you. I feel like growing is the only way to really know. I had to research the other day. I didn't realize that I probably had about 3 pounds from, or more. It had to, maybe even 5 pounds. It probably was. The harvest I cropped out was so ridiculous. I had to look it up the other day. I was like, how much is in an ounce? How many grams in an ounce? Okay, 28. All right. So then how much is in a pound? It was like 400 and something grams. And I was like, holy shit. And I remember weighing out however many times I weighed out. I know that I weighed out at least, like, it was over 600 times. Like, I know, because I had given a lot away. I would weigh it to see where I was at with stuff. So it's pretty incredible when you can have, like, we're just talking reality here, 500 or more grams. You have like at least a pound or more. Okay. And be able to try the genetics. And as Brennan is aware, only find 3 seeds out of that bitch, and you loved your whole thing. Like, you were like getting to the bottom every time. Is there a seed? Is there a seed? And when I would find one, I was like, yes! Yes. Oh, you do? Oh, that's bad. Really? Texas has got that many? Oh, that's bad. That's super bad. I think I'm going to roll up one more because this thing went to the filter. Let me turn this off because nobody wants to see my, I mean, some people might want to see my butt, but I'm not trying. There's TikTok for that if we're really going to be sharing that kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to try this other one real quick. Is it the diesel I want to try? Let me think here. Yeah, the diesel was a little rough, but let's see here. I'm not going to do the Frankenberry. We'll try the Gorilla, and I'll mix it with this other sex grenade strand. That makes me happy. I didn't even, now I'm like going to forever look for that genetic because it's a cross. And I think the seeds that I found were from a shop that was like, if you have seeds, you need to let us know. There are actually shops that do that. It's just so crazy. I found out that birthday joint that I got from the Green Joint that's their policy, is you're supposed to bring any seeds you find back. Like, they literally have something on the door that says that. I was like, that's insane. Okay, sure. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to bring the seed. I don't even think, I mean, let's go back to the olden days, to like the 90s. Do you honestly believe that people brought back their seeds to their dealer? If they did, I'd like to hear about that story. Please leave a comment at the end of this video because that seems wild to me. I'm just saying. I was a grower and these people were like, I will never grow. So I was giving them my flower to smoke, and they were like, I will throw the seed away. So yeah, I'll give it to you. Okay, so here we go. And then after I finish this, I have to get off of here so I can do some mommy things before I have to pick up my child. Life as it is. Oh my goodness. San Antonio border cities. Oh my goodness. That's just insane. Why is it like that? I mean, is it a trafficking route, or what exactly is, you think, the core to that? It's so mind-blowing. I mean, on I-70, what was it? I just saw the alert. It's going to take too long to look for it, but I just saw the alert the other day that rifle has been literally having fentanyl as the major thing that they're seeing trafficked in here. It isn't technically people they're catching, it's people with lots and lots and lots of fentanyl coming through our area. And the amount of personal experiences I've had with people local, I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I should go ahead and bring up this debate. I would like some answers. Give me answers in the comments, and on, please, Brennan, give me your input too. As parents out there, you really can't answer this unless you plan to be a parent and like you got a game plan in your head. Then please, I'd like to hear your input. But here's the question. So we all experimented. Most of us did. Even if you were like, whatever, just trying a cigarette and you never became a smoker. Okay, we experimented when we were younger. But now us people, sorry, let me turn that down. Now us people who are parents in the year of 2022, I mean, we're really sitting back reflecting on, do you want to be the person that like is the square person, is like, you can't try anything, I'm not okay with that as your parent, no, just don't do drugs? Like, are we going to take dare to a next freaking level and just pretend like experience isn't going to happen? Or are we going to be those parents who are like completely hurrah, hurrah, you have to do it under our house? Or are we going to be hurrah, hurrah parents who are like, here's a fentanyl test strip and go to that party and, all the other things? Like, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable with any of those options at this point. I think I might end up being Miss Square. Obviously, in our household, cannabis is not a word that my son understands. He looks at it as medicine. That's what he literally refers to it. Mommy's using her medicine. So again, I don't look like, the cannabis is not the conversation here. It's the other things. How exactly do we educate our children? Do we sit them in front of a YouTube video and brainwash them into fear? I mean, that's why I never used like Coke and a lot of other stuff. I was afraid to fuck because brainwashing. I'm grateful for it, man. I did not want to see, you do one line of Coke and that person's dead between you guys. Like, I've heard that, seen that in a sense through other people's experiences. And then that, or let's just go with like the whole, crack is whack and all the other things that, and or that one commercial that worked so good on my brain growing up was this is your brain on drugs, slam. This is your brain on drugs, slam. The frying pan one. That worked. But that's a lighter version of what we grew up with. We're dealing with people who might end up doing, like, there is a friend of mine who is going to be on an interview. She sometimes pops in, who is local, who took a friend to the hospital the other day because she bought bagged cannabis from somebody local who grew it themselves. And this person's in her early 20s, old enough to go buy it from a collective, but bought cheaply off of someone else, and went to the emergency room and had the people were like, what have you done? They gave them it. They tested it. It had it. Cannabis. I'm here as Miss Chronicles telling you that in Colorado, people are still fucking dosing shit as fucked up as it is as cannabis. So, okay, here we go back to this big fat question. How do we protect our kids? How the fuck do we protect our kids? Yeah, like, right? Like, okay, so for alcohol, I'm not gonna say that I'm against a parent being the one guiding that, but we're not an alcohol household, so it's not like I expect that to be anything for him to have to be testing in his life anytime soon or interested. But again, educating your kids is your job, not someone else in the street, and definitely not their friends who are experimenting too, because that's how we lost our friends through life and pharmaceuticals, most of us. Or, I don't know if anybody listening has experienced witnessing a friend being RAPED, RAP raped. Anybody sexually assaulted, seen anybody sexually assaulted and witnessed it and had to help that friend? I was at a local place as a teenager. I think I said this on a previous podcast with my co-host that I actually was on and walked on it. We were trying to find my friend at a party we were at, and she had been violated by several people very quickly and had her clothes stolen from her and left behind a dumpster. She was a beautiful person. She still is to this day. And I'm amazed she doesn't have the trauma she should from it. And so, frankly, that was because she had gotten very intoxicated. And I believe she was given some bad drugs, which were Molly based, I believe. I don't think she was on X. I think it was, but Molly, I understand. I'm just saying, I don't know what was in it, but she was unable to move. Okay. Like us had to take some of our own clothes off to help her. Do you understand, friends? Like that kind of thing, to just get her out of the scene. So, for me as a person and as a female, I've been roofied one time in New Orleans, and that was a weird experience because I don't have any memory of what really happened except before and after. And my friends have a whole story for me. And so, as I'm saying, those are light things that have been going on for probably since like what, the 40s and 50s, 30s, let's say 30s, dosing women for inappropriate reasons. But dosing drugs for a bigger high and a better payoff and street value is what I'm concerned about my freaking child as a boy, potentially in the future, being peer pressured to try to be big and bad. As what is it that we know about drugs? The more the merrier, right? Again, I want some fucking answers from people who are parents out there. Like, I really appreciate you, Brennan, giving your input, because I don't even know anymore. I can't. My son's 6 years old, gonna be 7 next month, and what does that mean? And half this time, he's gonna be interested in girls and opportunities of experiences. I've already said since I was like freshly a parent of maybe 3 months, I was like, I have a vision. My son's going to have condoms in his drawer when he's like 10. Why? Because you need to make them comfortable with it. It shouldn't be taboo, And especially as a parent, it should be us who have the upper hand for them to come to us to talk to us and everything else in between with that. But with drugs, I'm not okay with it. Like, I actually am just not okay with this situation. Oh, I don't know what to do. So, yeah, I want to hear some people's experiences. Hell, we could have a freaking panel on this one because it's just disheartening. I'm in Colorado and you can get cannabis for eighths on $2 and $3. And we got people going to the hospital with potential long-term damage to their nervous system. Because that's the thing that fentanyl does. It's super thriving problems and kills you either slowly or very, very quickly, depending. I'm just I don't know. So tonight, I'm not sure if me and my co-hosts are going to have a live. We're talking about it. We may be having a quickie little chat and then maybe come on and just say hi. We may not at all. But I am going to be meeting with her this evening. So if anybody is wanting to bring up some topics that you guys have seen us talk about in the past, you want to hear again, please leave it in the comments if you're watching the replay. And Let me just say, this Gorilla Glue, it doesn't taste like it's flushed as good as it could be. Sad faces. We could, let's see, we could have, we could, because I see no that seems to care. Yes. Well, and okay, well, I'm not going to get on the heavy subject of it, but I will say I think looking the other way has been a constant thing across America at this point, because the tent cities and all the other things that are going on across the country, and even in like I'm probably one of the last cities you're going to find in America, honestly, that is so strict on transients coming through this town that they're like kind of herded in one area. I'm saying it like that. Yet, here's the funny discussion I'm going to bring up. Come with me on this tangent. Here we go. So, our town is building a Church's Chicken Loves truck stop. What do I know about truck stops, and what do you guys know about truck stops? Here's that question. I mean, I'd love to hear. Okay, I'm not going to say it yet. Brennan, put it in the chat. Tell me everything your brain tells you right away. And anybody else who's listening, what do you think about? Let's take a poll now. Right, it's out of control. No, you're absolutely right. No. Okay, so let me know. I need my damn coffee. I'm not going to say it till you say something, Brennan, so it's on you. Say something. Okay. Prostitution and trafficking. Boom. All right. Now let's put it in perspective. What else do you personally, my friend who is from the state we were both birthed in, I believe you were birthed there. Here we go. What do you know about Church's Chicken? Let's go. Let's go like 9th Ward, 7th Ward, the Marigny. What do you know about Church's Chicken? I want some input here. If I know she's on my wavelength, I know she's got it. Here it comes. It's a bad thing they're bringing this shit here. I'm so mad. I want to like stand out there with a little sign and be like, "This is what's coming." Stand on the roof like fucking Independence Day. I do not accept you. So, okay, I'll go ahead and say it, Brennan. I believe that Church's Chickens only exist in the poorest places possible. And if you want to bring some low class shit to any town that's thriving and classy and trying to keep a facade, or I say a facade because there's always a thick underbelly, but what do we know about poverty and putting restaurants and things? They are a front. They are. Guess what else is moving into that bitch? McDonald's! Oh, yeah. Well, that didn't surprise me because if you know anything about Colorado or anywhere in like major highway stretches, they seem to get contracts quickly. They're like waiting for that permit. So this piece of land, I lived here in the early 90s and I moved back in the 2000s, late 2000s. And it was like 2016 is when I moved back. So I moved away in, what was it, 2000? Yeah. So I came back. And now I see pieces of land that, like, now that I'm looking into the history of this area and all, I'm like, wow, they're really doing it. They're doing it. It's bulldozed. We're done. Big parking lot. It's straight up concrete cities. So, what I'm worried about, and let me get to your comment here, entice people in putting a McDonald's for their kids. Yeah. Now, I don't find it very exciting, in my opinion, that we're a town that has a population under 2,000. I thought it was 3. It is a 1,500 population. Okay. I think it's even less than that because we've had a lot of migration. We'll put it that way. People used to be able to rent in this area and then you had to buy your home. So then that changed the whole demographic. And it made you have to pay taxes and care about your HOA and all that other stuff. So what has happened is you have people who own property here but aren't getting the value that they paid for when they are expected to live in, is what they initially signed up for. So, did I mess this up? Hold on. They tried to entice people and putting a McDonald's for kids opportunity. Yeah, yes. Sorry. So, my whole point is we already have I-70 is known as a trafficking road. Why in the hell would we put this here when there isn't one anywhere until Grand Junction or Glenwood? When Glenwood and Grand Junction are one of those big ass towns that are an hour away in between. So it makes me really mad because they're going to lower the value of our community. And we are known for a golf course community, which means we have upper scale restaurants. We have some of the most premium flour you can find in the state. We are really, really, and we're low on our taxes for it. So it's not like it's a bad place to visit as a tourist, but it really is a bad idea to do that along the I-70 when that restaurant's on. I can't tell you a state that it doesn't exist in a poor area. Church's Chicken shouldn't be the first thing you see from the exit, and that's what it will be. They're literally building an off-ramp from the main road now. So like it's sort of like how easy Starbucks are to find. I'm sure McDonald's has a lot to do with that ramp rerouting and whatnot, because as far as I know, Love's are big brands. And that's overnight stays of truck drivers in my town. I am so upset about it. I am so fucking. There are lots of other towns they could have done this in. The fact they brought it here, it's disturbing. It's going to look like and it's going to smell when you get right off the ramp. You're going to smell the fucking exhaust from these truckers keeping their engine on. I just swear to God. Like diesel in the air. That's what it's going to fucking smell like. Welcome to Parachute. It smells like shit. Marijuana and diesel. I swear. And it's not the strain I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, and let me tell you something. The demographic to get assistance in this area is not like that. Like, we don't have that kind of funding out here. So, yeah, when they have big food drives and whatnot, the community really puts the effort out. And they've got the sweet spot for that. But besides that, you have to be a local, And so no diesel. It's okay, so we're an oil industry town. It used to be just small community building off the backbone of oil money and oil workers, and some of the best engineers in the western side of Colorado who would commute from down the canyon to Glenwood or up the canyon to Grand Junction. Grand Junction is only 45 minutes away from Utah, and it's one of those places that is known for drugs because it's on the border. So you've got desert area, wide open spaces. It is known for making meth. It's known for having problems, and they are a big anti-cannabis town. And their population is probably 20,000. It's crazy, okay? So we're this little sleepy town that in between all that, like what I imagine is you're bringing a whole new kind of fucking corruption to our area we did not sign up for. That's the way I look at it. This isn't a small gas station. I will take a little video for you guys to see what I'm talking about. This thing takes up probably a three property lines of what a Walmart would look like. So it's like 3 Walmarts instead of 1. It needs a lot of room for those trucks, I guess. Fucking nuts. And then where it's located, it's along the train tracks. And so the demographic for me is like person who's like looking at the prettiness of everything. Like there's no area you can turn your head in Parachute now. This is not Battlement. This is Parachute. There's nowhere you can look and see nature anymore. They basically just scrapped it after this. So there's not, Love is not a truck stop where you're going to see like it shut down ever. They're going to be open all the time now. And they're supposed to have, like I said, I don't know what's on the menu at churches. I'm a vegetarian, so I would prefer a Taco Bell if we could have that bitch, but you know. So yeah, it's a little assaulting. A little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like, we're a mountain city. Do you want to, like, be like, welcome to Stinky? Fucking A. Maybe it's good I'm doing all these videos before it becomes a trashy area. I got kicked out. I'm sorry. I got kicked out of my own spot. But yeah, let's get back to this comment here. Normally have churches, McDonald's, and Subways. Okay, so we have Subways all along. It's actually wild. Like every 15 minutes, there's a Subway. So if you were like, you know, your kids are in the back, like, Mom, I'm hungry. We've been driving for 4 hours. All right, you want Subway again? That's it. That's all that's out here. So yes, I'm sure they're happy about the chicken nuggets. They're gonna be popping, but shit. We have a Wendy's in town, a Wiener Schnitzel, and then the Loves and the other one. And then like actual sit down restaurants. Not much. It's cool. I've learned how to cook over the years. I like Google searched my menus from all the cities I used to live in, and I would be like, what's in that? And then I would Google search either that direct recipe for that restaurant or I'd look for something similar every time. I was just thinking about Pacino's today. I'm sure you know about Pacino's coffee. There's nothing in equivalence to that. And really, I don't even know, other than throwing some ice cream in my cup, I don't know what you could do to make it creamy like that. Pacino's. Or I love Piccadilly's codfish, but I haven't had it in years. I'm a vegetarian that eats fish occasionally. Yeah, exactly. You know it. Yep. Ah, you're kidding me. No way. I believe it. Like I'm going to say this, like I'm scared to stop at a Love's whenever I am traveling to California cuz there are a lot of the option out there. Of course, I'm in western part of the United States. I get it. But we have Mavericks and Come and Goes. Like I'm holding this cup. Hold on. Let me see if there's any logo. Terrible branding, Come and Go. That's boring. I don't approve. Here, I'll show you guys the cup. So this is one of our biggest brands, Come and Go. And the first time I ever was like, meet me at Come and Go, I was like, what is this joke about? No, I don't like Shoney's. I never was a fan. You know, the only thing that's really edible there is like their biscuits and they're overly buttery. But if you go to that buffet, you're going to find a fly in your grits. You miss Shoney's? Oh, my aunt used to work at Shoney's. So growing up, and it was the one off of Clearview. Yeah, for Clearview. By the like La Quintas and a car wash that's over there. Across the street from the old fashioned Blackbuster. I know that hood so well, you don't even know, guys. You miss the rolls? Yeah. No, I finally got my hands on some instant grits. That's the best thing I've got. So like good old fashioned Southern. I've been craving crawfish pies that are from Brothers gas stations. Do you know about those? They've got like shrimp and crawfish, and it's kind of like a creamy Alfredo sauce in the inside. Man, it's good. Super good. I miss crabs, I'll say that. Like good blue crab. Like Joe's Crab Shack or Landry's. Landry Seafood. Mm. Even Zia's Pizza. Isn't that the place? There's one at the... No, it's not pizza. What was it called? Zia's Grill at Clearview Mall. They have some damn good shit. And I think they even have one at the Esplanade Mall or Lakeside. Yum. See, I'm not a shrimp fan, honestly. That's probably the only way I'd ever really do it. Because it's like the veins been removed and stuff. I can't fuck with that. I got some tilapia recently because I was feeling like I only eat fish really when I crave it or I feel really weak and I need that extra bit of protein, even if I'm eating a bunch of nuts and all the other shit. But um, so you know what? Clearview Mall also has really good Chinese food and a what's that? Is it Daphne's? Delphine's maybe? Delphine's Greek. Oh, they had some good fucking falafels in that bitch and spinala coppola. I'm a food freak, you guys. I may look teeny tiny sometimes, but believe me, I am a fat girl inside this little brain. Let me tell you. Yes, but I'll say Esplanade, it's hit and miss when that actual food court. Like you might get food poisoning and it might taste good at first, but that's about it. Yes. I used to work at the Victoria's Secrets when I was a teenager at I worked in the beauty department. I also worked at the body shop, which was a horrible experience because I am in no way judgmental to transsexuals or people in gender change. Anybody going, but I had a horrible experience as a teenager being introduced to the entire demographic by men who would come in there and steal women's clothes. And then there was like a badass, I'll put it like that, even though she wasn't, she was just wanted to get violent. I had a manager who was like, let me go kill this guy. So I would constantly watch people steal, and I was like, that way I would just point to my manager, like, go get the person. But the theft that happened in Esplanade back in the 2000s were just incredible. I was never a fan of retail, but I'm a friendly person and I liked the fucking discount. So it was consistent work, that kind of stuff. But I never worked in the restaurant industry other than as a hostess. I worked at this plantation called the Blue Indigo or Indigo Blue, I think it was called Blue Indigo. Indigo? Blue Indigo, yeah. I think they closed down after Katrina, but that place was haunted. Let me tell you, it was awkward. You'd go walk into places and the doors would open and there was no automatic opening. But yeah. Olive Garden. Yes. Zia's. That's right. PF Chang's. I've never been to PF Chang's in my entire life, but I am a huge ass fan of their sauces because of the grocery store. And that says a lot. Like I remember people telling me I should go to the is it the Lakeside one? Yeah, the Lakeside one. And I never went. Never went, man. I was kind of a cheapskate. I was like, if I'm gonna go eat somewhere, let's go. Where would we go? I want to say it was Bennigan's, but that's not right. I don't think that was it. Bennigan's. There's a Tex-Mex place near Esplanade as well. If anybody's local, I'm sure Isaac knows what I'm talking about. He's a Mr. Local. I just like my wontons. I'm a little bit of a whore with the wontons. I'm like, give me your whole plate. Hand them over. I don't need a meal. Yep. I used to work at a bagel shop that closed down when I was a teenager. I worked at Bixby's Bagels, and they were in the Harahan location, I believe. I think that's where it is, Harahan. So it's off of Clearview, going towards like Michael's and stuff like that. You guys are going on a drive in this one. Harbor House. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is like the swamp room and the bars that are all along Transcontinental and whatnot. For biker bars in your 20s, they can be a fun experience, but also going to the French Quarter and going to like a hotel bar and having that ambiance is also lovely. So I feel like Louisiana's got a little bit of everything, but that was back in the day when I was like prom attire. So I'm not doxing myself by giving this shit away, but I went to East Jefferson, and East Jefferson is a school that is a public school. it isn't quite too ghetto, but it's in between ghetto. If you know anything about Ellen DeGeneres, she went to Grace King High School, but in the early 80s, I believe. So it's kind of like the school spirit in that, like, strange, how do I put it? Rivalries have never went away with those schools. I don't know if you know the story about Bonnabel High School, but I'm sure people who are listening would love this. Bonnabel High School is a high school that is in the Kenner area, and they had a mascot bear. That's their mascot, a bear. And in the, what was it, the 90s, the early 90s, apparently they had him in a cage for one of their pep rally, one of their, I think it was homecoming or something like that. They had it in a cage. They left it on the fucking football field overnight to come back for the next morning for the actual event. When they came back the next morning, East Jefferson High School, my school, which is considered the Warriors or the Indians, so they were like blue Indians, they came and they fucking they used a bunch of spray paint and put a bunch of what was it? Tomahawks all over, spray painted tomahawks all over, and Indian feathers all over the grounds. And then went to the bear and spray painted the bear with the colors white and blue and killed the fucking bear with the fucking fumes. It was terrible. It's a terrible thing. Chemical warfare. Chemical warfare against a mascot. Yep. And then what was it? They would put Vaseline on the halls in their ritualistic craziness at East Jefferson. It was pretty ridiculous. By the time I was in school in the 2000s, they had to have police on guards regularly, and there were people bringing weapons and all of that kind of stuff. They didn't have shootings, but they had mere moments of everything you can imagine. So, yep. The alligator in Pocahontas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also went to middle school in, what was it? Not Riverside. It was Roosevelt Middle School. That was a terrible experience. That was a terrible experience. Why, you ask? Because I experienced the eyes of true, like, inequality and desperate attempts for attention in the school system from people, and just misguided everything. So it turned me off from the public systems. Of course, I grew up most of my life in Colorado through the school systems, and was like, kind of at least saw teachers who would take money right out of their own pocket to try to help, when you would see a whole different kind of side. I probably shouldn't speak about it. I should wait for my co-host to speak about all that, her experiences, because she went to private schools in Louisiana as well. And even if you would want to join in on that, Brennan, in the future, you're more than welcome, because I know you have your experiences. But yeah, I feel like places that kind of educate versus idly stimulate to get their taxpayers' money, I'll put it like that, it makes a difference on the community. And like I said, besides drugs being introduced to a lot of these areas, as I grew up in both places, Colorado and Louisiana, I feel like that has made a difference. But I think on generations, like I've been speaking about, what is it of our children? That's the massive question. That's why I bring all this freaking up. Hold on one second, guys. I'm probably going to have to end this because we have a massive snowstorm going on, and I think I'm going to go pick my kid up early because it's bad. It's really, really bad outside. So, You guys all have a good day. Oh, you're gonna head out too? See, hold on a second. Not a bad time. Well, you have a lovely evening, Brennan. I appreciate you for coming in and chatting with me, going down memory lane and all the places we know. And yeah, I do want to hear from everybody who watches this playback. Anybody who has an opinion, suggestion, how do you even handle this? Do you start educating your kids at this age? What do we do? I mean, so much can be said. So definitely check out for any alerts this evening if me and my co-host go live. We may not. We're not sure yet. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good day. Until next time, thank you for stopping by. Bye.